about 95 the other way for a touchdown. Straight suits because in the first half, Calgary had a terrific drive, 63 yards, and Johnny Sears negated that with a pick six. Defense is flexing their muscles again, and Brandon Banks bumped out at the 27.
What's a little surprising to me is not the play that Keon Raymond makes. He's done this over and over again the last 4 years. He's going to just jump this out route by Terrell Sinkfield right here. He jumps it, closes quickly, and makes a great catch as he's diving for the football. But what's a little strange is that Zach Collaros on the play tried to pump fake first, and there was really no double move. Watch Zach Collaros here. He goes to try pump fakes it, and there was no double move in the route, so he didn't have to punt fake it. If he throws it on time, Keon Raymond probably doesn't get there.
So Foley by Mitchell responded with a touchdown, but Zach Collaros won't get his first pass off as he is brought down by the pressure of the Stampeders.
Again, you know, I'm wondering if Zach Collaros is getting a little hitch in his getty up here, right? And what I'm talking about is, I know the pocket collapses quickly on him, but he pump fakes again here, and he doesn't have a second. He's patting the ball a little bit. That's something he'll go back and look at the tape and say, you know, I got to stop that habit. I either pull the trigger, unless it's a double move.
Freddie Bishop gets home for the sack, and it sets up 2nd and 15. Bounces to the right with pressure on, downfield, and it's into the Ticat bench, incomplete. And a 2-and-out after the Calgary defensive touchdown. And that is the first 2-and-out of the game for the Ticats offense.
Tommy Condell in the offseason put together a series of plays from 2014 for Zach Collaros to look at. Plays like that where he needs to throw it away and doesn't need to take unnecessary hits.
Medlock the boot. And Tim Brown loves it. That ball's live. Brown scoops it up inside his 20 and now reverses field. Gets a block. And is finally brought down after an eventful loss of yards at the 21. So the Stamps get ready to go back on offense. Game tied.
While the kick was in air, holding.
So I think I've met someone.
That's great.
His profile says he's intelligent, loves to cook, and likes cats.
Have you met him yet?
No, but we do text a lot, and he sends me winks online.
Right. Okay. Online dating isn't dating. In real life, there are no virtual winks, photos, or profiles. In real life, you meet real people.
LifeMates can help you meet the right person, and we're so confident we can find someone for you, we offer a relationship goal guarantee. Find the relationship you want. LifeMates. Right time, right place, right person.
Dad, the side of your face is drooping. Mom?
It's probably nothing.
You're slurring. Why are you slurring? Raise your arms up in the air for me.
Dad, are you okay?
Please say call 911.
No, I'm just sleepy.
Chad? Tim!
Dad?
How you feeling?
Fine.
Well, you've had a stroke. But because you got here quickly, you're looking at a full recovery.
While the Calgary Stampeders team mourning the passing of the great Wayne Harris, arguably the greatest linebacker in the history of the Canadian Football League. Harris, number 9 on our all-time list of CFL players.
Played from 61.
11 times Canadian Football League All-Star.
61 to 72, MVP of the 71 Grey Cup.
Thumper, the nickname.
You see the 55 on the sleeve of the head coach, John Huffnagel, and right at center field, there is a 55-yard line tonight.
Nice touch. MVP of the 71 Grey Cup. So under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter, and John Cornish on a delayed handoff to the 25. About 6 for Cornish. So the Grey Cup combatants 20-16 in late November last year. Late here in the third quarter, dead even once again. Second down, here comes the heat. Mitchell gets it away. And a sure tackle at the 30-yard line on Joe West.
No, the
and
panel,
will he be short of the first down? He will.
The panel, Chris, talked about at the beginning of the show that when you're a Grey Cup champion, you have to fight complacency. You have to fight sort of living on your laurels and get back and roll up your sleeves and get back to work. And that's not to suggest that this Calgary team has looked sloppy or anything like that tonight. But it's back to square one and step one for this football team. And they now have the bullseye square in the chest of every one of those jerseys. Every team gunning for the champion.
None more than the team that faced it tonight. Good boot by Maver into the wind, which may not be as big a factor. 51-yarder into the wind, and Banks contained. Brought down at the 39. 70th season of Calgary Stampeder football. And coming off that Grey Cup title, and one of the poignant moments when John Hufnagel put on the jersey of the late John Forzani as a tribute to a former Calgary Stampeder great. And there are the flags of all of the Grey Cup champions for the Calgary Stampeders in team history.
Can they repeat?
Trying to do that for the first time. There's the hitch. And they get it into the hands of the burner. And Brandon Banks run out by Raymond as he stepped over that Wayne Harris 55 and into Calgary territory at the 54.
So difficult to repeat. As hard as it is to win, it is that much harder to repeat. As I mentioned, every team gunning for you. You're at the top of the mountain. Montreal Alouettes, the last team to do it. That was a while ago now.
16 for number 16. Ticat first down, and now Hawley crashing down to the 49.
Seen a lot of Ray Hawley. Not surprising. I mean, he's trying to pick up the offense as quickly as possible. Ken Austin said he's done a nice job of doing that, understands the protections, and that was his #1 priority.
Academic All-American.
Yeah.
I guess that's standard at Louisiana Tech, but it is standard for what Ken Austin demands out of his players. They have to have that high football IQ to play in his offense. 2nd and 6. Underneath. Sinkfield's got the catch in front of Buddy Jackson, and it's another Ticat first down. 10 for Sinkfield, who was the target on the Raymond interception.
Nice throw here for Zach Hilaire as he steps up. And you see the nice passing lane he had. Jake Olson kicking his man out.
Back into the tempo. Took a while to deliver this, and it will sail long. Intended for Tyquan Underwood.
One thing I have seen more tonight than I think I did in any game last year is zone coverage. And, you know, that's Keon Raymond basically jumping that route. You saw the down on the goal line when Andy Fantus got hit from Buddy Jackson.
Is that a response to the rule change?
Yeah, I think you'll see more zone. I mean, if you're going to play man and want to play press, you're going to have to come up. Rich Stuber would have to ask his defensive backs to come up and jam at 5 yards. That declares to the quarterback early what you're playing.
2nd and 10. Should be in Medlock range, but one more. And big catch there. There's a terrific catch for Terrence Tolliver. That's why the Ticats are excited about his acquisition. 13 and a first down.
6'5", 203 pounds, and this is the first thing that Ken Austin mentioned. His ability to go up and get the football.
fifth catch for the former LSU Tiger. Ball batted in the air, and Hughes got a mitt on that as he continues to disrupt this Ticat offense.
Came out and talked to Catherine at halftime, basically saying, we have to play better. This after a first half where Charleston Hughes had 4 tackles, 2 sacks, and a knockdown. Just adds another knockdown there. I don't know, he can sign his painting at the end of tonight. But trying to lead the young guys.
I don't think it's coincidence that Sean Lemon and Cordero Law ended up in the NFL after great years playing on the bookend of Charleston Hughes. There's a completion to Fantus, but a short gain and a sure tackle there from last year's leading tackler for the Stamp, Brandon Smith.
Yeah, that's really the only change. Sean Lemon in this defense, his veteran defense, down to the NFL. But what a great point, Chris, that when you're the backside of a dominant rush in, and Charleston Hughes has been that since, actually, I think we voted him 51 3 or 4 years ago on the top 50 list, and that's why he was so upset. But when you're playing on the backside of a guy that's being double teamed and being chipped by running backs, you get a chance to really work your game. Plus what you learn from a guy like Charleston Hughes in practice every day.
30-yard field goal attempt under the hold of Matt Coates, and Medlock puts it through, and the Ticats on the final play of the third quarter have reclaimed the lead. 21-18 heading to the fourth quarter at McMahon.
Yesterday afternoon, 2 adult lions
killed several people in Los Angeles.
Predators kill for food. But these people, they were just murdered.
Something's not right here. Animal behavior is now changing.
Making Caesar magic for over 45 years. We don't mess with the classics. We create new ones. Introducing Mott's Clamato Lime. A refreshing twist on a classic. When you want one, you want one.
Ticats didn't go on offense in the first quarter for 10 minutes, but they had the football in the third quarter for over 11 minutes. As you check the numbers, I think everybody wants to know what impact on defenses these rule changes have, and you're detecting a trend?
Well, it's a couple of games in, but what I saw today is more zone defense, and that could turn into more interceptions for defensive backs, because when you're playing man and I'm running with you, Chris, I'm just trying to knock the ball down, keep it out of your hands. When I'm playing zone, I'm facing the quarterback, I'm facing the play, so I can jump the ball like we saw Keon Raymond and we saw Johnny Sears. I mean, we're all trying to see how these rule changes will evolve, and the theory is we'll see more offense as these offenses get used to more room from receivers. But DBs, if we're going to play more zone defense, we're going to get more interceptions. That'll be fun.
Spoken like a true former safety. Calgary takes over at the 35. Mitchell gets it away. And there's a 6-yard connection. Markway McDaniel has a catch. Hasn't been busy tonight. In fact, that's his first catch, and he led the Stampeders in that department last year. 7 catches in the Grey Cup game for the man they call Quay. But if you get a steady diet of zone, aren't these quarterbacks going to pick it apart?
Then they have to be patient, yeah, and that means they'll sustain drives, be patient. First downs.
It's always going to be a chess match, isn't it? Second down run for John Cornish, and he'll move the chains.
More zones defensively also help you a little bit on the run because, again, your linebackers and defensive backs are now facing the line of scrimmage, facing the offensive play when they drop to their zone coverage. So they can react and come up and try and help the D-line on the run.
John Cornish, 10 carries, 60 yards. So just about on pace for number of carries. He averaged about 15 touches on the football last year. There's an incompletion that bounces off Rob Cote.
One of the reasons that the Calgary Stampeders are Grey Cup champions from 2014 is their ability to adapt to what's happened in the game, evolve, and have their offense make the necessary adjustments. Take a look at their fourth quarters and the point differential. Fourth quarter, the best quarter for the Calgary Stampeders. Dickinson making the adjustments and what he sees defensively for 3 quarters.
Get to eavesdrop on John Huffnagel in his pregame speech. He always ends it with win the game, which seems like a simple statement, but Calgary finds a way, don't they? Here's Mitchell over the middle, intercepted. That one brought down, and Johnny Sears has another. And he's got a return. And pulled down by Markway McDaniel on the Stampeders side of half. So the Hamilton defense finding a way. And they've found a new star in that secondary in Johnny Sears.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver.
This is Precision. Welcome to the show. Welcome to GMC.
What are you doing?
The 5 of us are comparing hundreds of travel sites to find the best deal on my flight.
That's dumb. You could have gone to kayak.com and done the same thing in seconds.
Compare hundreds of travel sites at once and save on your next flight. Kayak. Search one and done.
Introducing the new Can-Am Spyder F3. With a cruising riding position and the most advanced vehicle stability system in the industry, you'll ride with a feeling of complete freedom and confidence. Visit your Can-Am Spyder dealer and test drive one today. The new Spyder F3. Riding has evolved. The Ready Set Summer Sales event is on now. Save up to $4,000 and get a 2-year warranty.
The CFL on TSN is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade. So is Johnny Sears. Couple of interceptions in his Ticat debut.
Well-disguised defense there from the secondary for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Bunch formation to the far side of the field. Hamilton starts. First down at the Stampeder 52. Pitch to Holly. That wide side following the cluster of receivers down to the 48 and has 4.
Tough to tell if this is a true zone or just a real loose man, but you can see those 3 players dropping back. Johnny Sears is one of them, giving a lot of room, but they're facing the offense. They're facing the line of scrimmage, so they can play the ball. Jump the football when it's thrown. That one a little overthrown from Bo Levi Mitchell. Johnny Sears right there facing the play, can make the play on the ball.
Second and 6. Calgary sends an extra man. Corrales gets it away and has a completion. Big catch by Bakari Grant with Brandon Smith in close proximity.
Yeah, against this veteran secondary, the Calgary Stampeders, you've really got to work for every yard. And if you're off a little bit, they're going to jump it. We saw Keon Raymond do it. You see the quick close.
14 for Grant. Holly taken down in the backfield. Jeff Hecht has come in situations on defense and done a nice job. If your man out of St. Mary's. And a loss of 3 on the play, and Juwan Simpson has to get attention. 8-year vet out of Alabama.
Like he got clipped from behind. Offensive lineman trying to get a block on him. I don't know if it was Jake Olson, that left tackle.
See Glenn Love, number 36. He'll come in to replace Simpson. But this may take some time to work on the middle linebacker of the Stampeders. Will step out. 21-18, Ticats.
This football season, we're going to play $1 Million Touchdown to Win. Get a bonus entry when you buy Mott's Clamato Juice or Garden Cocktail. Swipe your Air Miles collector card today. Shop and play at Safeway.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver.
This is Precision. Welcome to the show. Welcome to GMC.
Milestones is celebrating 25 years by bringing back your favorites all summer long. Now get 25% off our Bringing Tasty Back menu. Entrees starting at $11 until June 28th, and $5 drink specials like our original Bellini. Milestones, be part of the celebration.
This is Gordon. Downtown for a sales call. West Side for a presentation. Meeting after meeting. That's why Gordon fills up at his local Esso station. For gasolines that help clean his engine, which can lead to better fuel economy, so he can make it to the meeting that matters most. Gordon is energy. Esso. Energy lives here. The Esso brand is the official fuel supplier of the Toronto 2015 Pan Am and Para-Pan Am Games.
Sack Tally brought to you by Purolator, tackling hunger, a promise we can all help deliver. And we salute Chris Schultz and the Purolator folks for the fine work they do. And there's how the sack tally ended last year. 3 apiece so far in this season opener. Simpson will get more attention on the sidelines. 2nd and 13. From the pocket, Calero steps up with flags. Sidesteps Deron Mayo, and then gets taken down by Freddie Bishop. 11 for Caleros. He'd be too short of a first down. Well, let's wait for the flag. Procedure, Ticats, the preliminary indication.
Procedure, Hamilton, number 80. 5-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
That's Tolliver. He's been flagged at least a couple of times. And he'll head to the bench.
Penalties not bad in the first 2 games. There's been a real concern that
not after the preseason
be a huge spike. Yeah, there was over 30 illegal contact penalties in 9 preseason games.
Is there 55 in that first preseason at Fort McMurray? Caleros double clutches, now throws, and ball dropped. And Brandon Banks couldn't hold on.
And he fought it.
So it'll be 3rd down and a decision for Kent Austin. Looks like the punt team comes on.
It is a tough decision, though. I mean, for most kickers, you would think it's out of range, but
into the wind might be the determining factor, because
that's clearly part of it, because and you know, it's not a bad wind. I mean, you look at the flags on the goalpost, it's barely moving, but Medlock was making 55, 58 yarders in warm-up, and he was making them by 10+ yards.
But Kent Austin's going to play the field position game look for the pin here with Tim Brown back at his 10. Trying to keep it out of the end zone. Brown will let it bounce in. And he'll concede the single point. You could argue that's a useful rouge because it now gives Hamilton a 4-point lead. Just over 10 minutes to go. John Cornish and the Champs down by 4.
We've been thinking. There's a sound a ball makes when it catches nothing but net. Why does everyone love that sound? It doesn't get you extra points. Maybe it's the precision, accuracy. At GMC, we get that. Nothing separates the men from the boys. Like nothing but net. This is precision. This is GMC. Swish.
This is how the Batman died.
Rated mature. Get the PS4 bundle.
PlayStation.
Embrace your face. Embrace your face with CoverGirl makeup. There's a finish, a shade, and a formula for every face out there. Clean oil control. Shine free and fresh. True blend. Flawlessly blendable. Simply ageless. Age-defying full coverage. Embrace your CoverGirl face. Try the award-winning foundation lines of easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl. Discover your perfect formula, finish, and shade at covergirl.ca.
Now there's a razor that swirls and swerves as every blade adjusts to your curves. New Venus Swirl. With contour blades that have 6 times more flexibility, plus a flexi-ball. Flawless shaving, bones, bends, and all. New Venus Swirl.
Wendy's Friday Night Football brought to you by Wendy's Baconator. Wendy's. Now that's better. Good to be back for a brand new season of Friday Night Football. Lights not quite taking an effect yet here in Calgary on a beautiful summer evening. Clock ticks down to 10 minutes left, fourth quarter. John Cornish, 11th carry of the game. Give him 4 and 64 on the night.
Well, John Cornish wants to get to 2,000 on the season. He's going to need more touches. But again, you know, this Hamilton, you go back to the Grey Cup game, this Hamilton linebacking core, they've keyed in on John Cornish and done a pretty nice job in back-to-back games now. If you go back to last year.
Now Mitchell looks for a second down conversion.
And this has been pressure from different areas from Hamilton.
Brad Erdos from Simon Fraser in at left guard now for the Stampeders. Quick hitter into the hands of Fuller. Stretching out, trying to make sure he's got the first down with his 7th catch of the night.
I think he will. I mean, the adjustment that Bo Levi Mitchell and even Zach Collaros on the other side are going to have to make is if guys like Johnny Sears are going to back up and give that much room to receivers, he's got to be